Yo, what's going on, Trojan family? Welcome to the USC LAFB show here on the LAFB network. We are Los Angeles Sports, and this is your home for USC Trojans news. Want to just jump on here real quick. Ryder Lyons update. I know it's a huge conversation about what USC should do. The 5-star, top 5 ranked quarterback in the nation. We've talked ad nauseum about his plan. He's going to be on his LDS mission, so he's technically a 2027 kid, even though he's a commitment in the 2026 class. I spoke last week about USC seems to be honing in on 2027 quarterback Peyton Houston, kind of signifying them cooling on Ryder Lyons. In that video, I talked about how there was reports they had asked him to move his official visit to the fall. Now that has, well, I shouldn't say that officially happened, but he officially canceled his visit as he was supposed to be in SC this weekend. When I did a video on the visitor list, he was not on it. I kind of glazed over it, didn't mention it, but I can officially say he will not be visiting USC. He has canceled. His only official visits on the books, I believe, are with Oregon and with BYU. Now, just be really clear here. This does not mean 100% the door is shut on Ryder Lyons and USC. I think there is still interest. I think by doing it this way, no bridges were burned. There was no completely closing the door. It was basically saying, hey, we've offered you, reportedly USC has offered a very good NIL package. He's been to campus 5 or 6 times. His brother obviously attends the school. The interest is there. You can only sell so much, right? At some point, it's like, all right, here's the offer. We want you. We've now put it on paper or verbal, what the actual monetary benefit is. Now it's up to you. The ball's in your court. We're not going to be on our hands and knees begging. So I think they've said, you know what? Take your visits. Think it over. If you're still haven't committed and you're still unsure, come back in the fall. Let's see how the program's doing. You can see what our class really looks like, and then come back in the fall. So I think that could very well happen. But for now, not visiting in the spring. And while Oregon is the leader on paper, I think Moach recruiting sites had them as the favorite even before he canceled the visit. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, so this is not source saying this or anything like that. I think BYU is the favorite. I think there is a real legitimate shot he ends up there for multiple reasons. I think for one, obviously the alignment with his faith and being LDS, and I think that's an important factor. I think for two, the conference BYU plays in is very winnable with a very clear path to the college football playoff. For three, BYU actually is putting together quite a nice class. They flipped 2 guys from Oregon to join their class to commit to BYU. BYU is not some scrub school. They've put out good prospects. They've got a great coach. It's a good program. And I think 4, they have the NIL to make him the headline of the class. Because while USC obviously has much more staying power with NIL, and obviously we know how they've revamped, the boosters are on board, the donors. For those that haven't heard, they just inked a 15-year multimedia deal with Learfield, which is an unbelievable win for Jen Cohen. That's not only going to bring in other opportunities and partnerships, but obviously just bring in NIL money to support these athletes. So all that being said, though, as good as Ryder Lyons is, being a 5-star quarterback, he might not even be the headline of the class, but you're having to pay him like a headliner. But Mark Bowman, RJ Sermons, who now is the 25 class, but I'm still considering him in the NIL budget, kind of in that 26 range, but obviously he's coming to campus already. Those guys are above. Jonas Williams, I know, is a 4-star, but he could end up being a 5-star when it's said and done. The dude is legit. I mean, I can't wait to get into more Jonas Williams film as we get closer to the season. Dude's legit. So I'm just saying that as in, because I don't want to change course here. The door is not shut. I think Ryder Lyons could still be a very good fit for USC. Obviously, a tremendous football player, good kid. But I think BYU has real staying power because he would be the headline of their class. They have a good class already, but he would be the headline. They could throw everything at him. They could basically promise him, like, hey, when you're done with you're starting day one. He's not getting that promise at USC. For one, Lincoln Riley doesn't really do that, or at least he says he doesn't. There's going to be a QB competition. For two, when you got Husan Longstreet, you got Jonas Williams ahead of you. I mean, unless he just comes in unworldly, which you never know. But there's definitely no guarantee. BYU, even more so than Oregon, he'd be guaranteed to start day one. It's the very similar reason of why back when things were getting a little rocky with Julian Lewis in USC, this was before even all the chatter with Husan Longstreet, before obviously it was like, okay, it's looking like he's gonna decommit. I was even saying like Colorado is where he's gonna end up. Because that's his best opportunity to start, even more than Indiana. Like he could, unless he's truly awful, he's almost guaranteed to start day one at Colorado. That would be the same for Ryder Lyons at BYU. So I don't want to make this too much about BYU, but I think, in my opinion, which I think would make USC fans happy, because if Ryder Lyons doesn't go to USC, I think most people can live with that. I think most people would trust Lincoln Riley in his process with quarterbacks. I think most people would say, okay, Jonas Williams looks like a dude. Obviously, they love him. I think Peyton Houston, who's just going to be a junior, who they're honing in on 27, looks like a dude. His family loves the school. Typical, prototypical Lincoln Riley quarterback. I think everyone would be fine with all that. But the thing people won't be fine with is if you don't go after Ryder Lyons and then he goes to Oregon. Like that's, I think, where people are like, yeah, not a huge deal he doesn't come here, but don't let him go to Oregon. I think if he goes to BYU, kind of like Julian Lewis, right? Goes to Colorado, everyone's like, cool, good luck. Best of luck to you. If he goes to BYU, great. Best of luck. If we ever see you, it's in the playoff. We don't got to hear about it. We don't got to hear from your fan base. So USC fans should be rooting for that. If he doesn't end up at BYU, not at Oregon. And then Oregon's going to be stuck with, 3-star guys they're going after now, which is a whole nother conversation. So that's the latest. Again, door is not shut. Absolutely, there could be a fall visit. It is still a long time from now until December. This thing could change a lot of times from now until then. But for now, we'll not be taking his visit this weekend. We'll not be taking his visit to USC in the spring, period. It will be fall or nothing for an official visit for Ryder Lyons. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Are you angry? I'm in a group chat, USC group chat. Some guys were really upset by this. Some not so much. So I'm sure there's probably a difference of opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments below. Drop it on our message board. I already have a message up there on the message board at LAFBnetwork.com. You can drop it there. Hit me up on Twitter, Ryan Dyrud, LAFB. But yeah, so that's the news for now. There'll be a lot of recruiting news coming out of this weekend, which I will make sure to jump back on here and update all of you with that. Thank you as always. And as always, fight on.